What is up, you trading degenerates? Today we got ourselves a little special one for you. Took a trade, we lost. Took a trade, we won. But I suck because I am an emotional freak who doesn't know how to hold. Kidding. But let me jump into it and I'll show you what I mean by that. So, to start off, I'm gonna run you through what I got marked out here. Got ourselves a 15-minute fair value gap up here that we ended up coming up tapping into this morning, right before this major sell-off. Okay, something to keep in mind too is that on the daily, we came up, and this is also a liquidity spot on the daily. Right, we barely pushed through it by like $2. Okay, I don't know if that's significant enough, but obviously, as you can see, we're kind of dumping right now. There was a little bit of tariff news, mumbo jumbo going on in the market, but this dump started to happen prior to that. So let's take a look at how I made a little bit of profit off of this little move down, and how obviously I missed out on quite a bit. So if we look at the 50, this is what I did. I marked out some zones here. Got a zone here on the 15-minute here, and down here, and obviously where we bounced up here, right? So I marked this out mainly because obviously we bounced here before I made this move up to come up here. We bounced here a couple different times, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, almost 4 different times, and then we bounced a little bit right off this 5th time where I ended up actually taking a trade. Where I ended up losing was up here at the top, right? So if we jump down into the 5-minute, or the 1-minute, excuse me, I seen that we already made a move up in the morning, right? We're coming off of pretty much just this 1-minute fair value gap from right around 740 is when we bounced up from this morning, right? We continued to head higher, and then we ended up inside this 15-minute zone. Now, I was looking at shorts to be a possibility, but the only thing that was keeping me kind of my long bias was the fact that we were respecting this 1-minute fair value gap, right? We come down, we tap, and we move a little bit. Now, the only thing that we weren't doing is obviously we weren't moving any higher. Now, the reason why I did end up taking this trade is because we ended up having this continuation and or break of structure candle right here, and that's where I hopped in. So if we bring out this little tool, you can kind of see how much I lost. So I was initially thinking that we were going to head up, we were going to take out some more highs, blah blah blah. We didn't end up doing that. So ended up losing right around 315 per contract. It was in 2 contracts that trade, right? And so I was, immediately after that, I almost switched into shorts, but I just lost a trade, and I kind of wanted to see what was going to happen. It was the beginning of the day. Obviously, there's more opportunities throughout the day, so I just didn't want to force anything. So if we jump down to after this major sell-off that was happening, right? So this is right around, this is 901, this is a news candle that happened, which kind of sparked, you know, this massive sell-off even more, which would have been great to have gotten in on, but obviously we didn't take that. So we get down and we jump down into this 15-minute fair value gap. Immediately, knowing that we're on a sell-off, usually what happens after a sell-off, well, we gotta have a retracement, right? And so I didn't take anything here. There was a 15-minute right here. You could have made a little bit of something like from this move, but I wanted to wait for more. And then immediately after we got this second leg down, I was like, okay, well, now we're into this new 15-minute fair value gap. There's a chance we could, you know, maybe just scalp some longs here. And immediately after that, I entered with stops right below the lows for more about 630 risk. Obviously, I was risking about double. Took a trim here. I didn't get filled right at the top here for 600. Obviously, it's a little less than what a 1.0 is, but pretty dang close. Got filled at more about 440, but right around there for 440. And then the second one, I wanted to, you know, keep in mind that once I took this first trim, stops were up below this candle. Why? Because that's a break of structure candle, and typically I don't like to see anything come down below a break of structure candle if I'm looking to continue this play. We had inverse fair value gap, which also helped my bias and the fact that we could retrace a little bit here. Obviously, I do think that we probably will end up selling off. I did mark out the fact that, hey, we could bounce here, and that's kind of why I ended up selling, is because we get up into this area and immediately we touched and we bounced off of it. So I was like, okay, we might actually end up bouncing, so I've sold. So that's the part where, you know, in the introduction I'm talking about, hey, I'm kind of a little emotional when I sold here, but I'm not upset with it because I made back my losses. And if you look at this, this is really close to 1.0. Obviously, that's not the greatest, right? We want to shoot for, you know, a lot higher than that, but you can't complain when you had an L trade. You end up coming back and, you know, becoming profitable at the end of the day, which goes to show how somebody can become profitable in this industry. Just the fact that these two trades line up just like that. But that's it for now. See you guys in the next one. Peace.